Have you ever wondered what the first humans really looked like? This question has disturbed humans for so long, with people imagining many different answers. But today, we bring you the answer. The truth science is beginning to reveal, and the story takes us back nearly 300,000 years, to a place many scientists now call the cradle of humanity, Africa. Around 300,000 years ago, the earliest known members of our species, the Homo sapiens, began to appear. One of the most important discoveries towards this was made at Jebel Irhoud in Morocco, where archaeologists uncovered some of the oldest human fossils ever found. These ancient remains showed something remarkable. It showed that hundreds of thousands of years ago, these early humans already had faces that looked surprisingly modern. They hunted animals, crafted tools from stone, and lived together in small communities across vast African landscapes. But the environment they lived in would shape their bodies in powerful ways. Take the sun for example. Africa sits close to the equator, where sunlight is extremely strong, so every day, the early humans lived under intense ultraviolet radiation. Interestingly, without protection, this radiation can damage the body's DNA and destroy important nutrients like folate, so over thousands of generations, the human body adapted. Early humans developed high levels of melanin, the pigment that gives skin its darker color. Melanin acts like a natural shield, protecting the body from the harmful effects of intense sunlight. Because of this adaptation, scientists believe that earliest humans most likely had dark skin. It was not simply appearance, it was survival. These early humans lived challenging lives. They hunted animals across open savannas. They gathered fruits, nuts, and plants. They learned to work together, share knowledge, and protect their families. At night, they gathered around fires, telling stories and thereby passing down survival skills to the next generation. Slowly, these early communities began shaping the foundations of human culture. Then, around 60,000 to 70,000 years ago, something extraordinary happened. Can you guess what happened? Some human groups began leaving Africa, but no one knows exactly why. Perhaps it was climate changes. Perhaps curiosity, or perhaps the search for new lands and resources. They traveled across deserts, coastlines, and mountains exploring. This journey eventually takes humans into what becomes the Middle East, Asia, Europe, and beyond. Scientists call this event the Great Human Migration. Following the migration comes adaptation. As humans spread into new environments, they faced different conditions. For example, in northern regions, sunlight was much weaker than in Africa. Because humans still needed sunlight to produce vitamin D, which helps keep bones strong and bodies healthy. So over thousands of years, natural selection favored people with lighter skin in these regions. Lighter skin allowed the body to absorb more sunlight and produce enough vitamin D. Slowly, populations living in places like Europe and Northern Asia developed lighter skin tones. But despite these differences, all humans remained part of the same species. Modern genetic research has revealed something astonishing. All humans share more than 99.9% of the same DNA. This means the differences we see today are very small compared to what we share. In fact, scientists have traced certain genetic lines back to common ancestors, sometimes called mitochondrial Eve and Y-chromosomal Adam. These names refer to ancient individuals whose genetic lines are shared by all humans alive today, and both of those genetic lines trace back to Africa. Interestingly, long before these discoveries by modern science, the Bible told a story about humanity beginning from a single origin. In the book of Genesis, humanity begins with Adam and Eve, and according to that ancient narrative, all people descend from one original family. So while science and religion approach the question differently, both point to a similar idea: humanity began in one place, and then spread across the earth.
Behold, this garden is our paradise.
It is a reflection of our bond.
Today, humans live on every continent. We belong to different cultures, languages, and traditions. Our appearances vary in many ways, yet beneath those differences lies a remarkable truth. Every human being alive today shares a common ancestry that reaches back thousands of generations. Back to small groups of early humans walking across the savannas of Africa. Their courage, adaptation, and curiosity began the long journey that shaped the modern world. This story of humanity is not just a story about the past or any other history. It is the story of us, From the earliest humans to the billions of people alive today, we are all connected by a shared history. A history that began hundreds of thousands of years ago, under the powerful sun of Africa, and that journey is unfolding even now. Subscribe to Buried Histories to uncover more hidden stories daily.